Hi. Okay, so for this tutorial, I thought being as Valentine's Day is fast approaching, I best join on the sort of the theme of what people are making. So for this, I just want is cernit translucent, cernit pearl white, and cernit antique bronze, and that's the only clays you need. Okay. So I've put the antique bronze to one side for a minute, and I've rolled out the pearl white on a number 2 and translucent on a number 2, and I'm just going to place one on top of the other. Just cut away the excess translucent. Okay. And then I'm just going to roll this out on a number 2. No, I'm going to roll it out on a 0. Okay, so that's all done. Now the next thing to do, if you've got a heat gun, ideal, but if you don't, like me, I use a hot hairdryer. You know, it's a strong one. Takes a little bit longer, but it does the job. So I'm just going to go over this with see a mark on there. I'm just going to go over this with the hairdryer for about a minute, so the top will harden and then allow it to crackle. So I'm just going to do that now. Okay, so I gave that about a minute. I'm just hoping it's done. What I did forget to mention is when you do it, what I'm finding out from practicing and experimenting is the cernit turns into really soft toffee underneath as you harden the top. So if you put a bit of paper underneath just while you do it, while you're using the heat machine, you can see already how much that leaked, and it made a big difference. So that's just a tip. So now I'm going to do an experiment, and I'm going to do half where I just use the roller and half where I put it through the machine, and I want to see the difference in how it crackles. So it's just an experiment really. So I'll put this through on a 0. It's not doing much at all. Put it through on a 2. Okay, that's the crackle on a 2, but it's only going one way. Obviously I didn't get as much heat there, but it's giving me an idea. I'm going to do similar with this, but you know, I'm going to roll it. Okay, yeah, I think I prefer the roller crackle immediately. Even the look, it's more like waves and organic. That's not the same. So that's interesting. Right, the bits that aren't crackling, I'm going to have to avoid for now and reuse them for something else. But the majority is, and I've got enough crackled for what I want to do. Now, I need to get you crackled both ways, don't I? Right, I'm going to do 2 different earrings. I'm going to do the one for Valentine's Day, and then I'm just going to do another similar one, which would also be for Valentine's Day. It's just not a heart. So cutters, I've got these hearts, and I've got 3 sizes of this heart. So this is going to be the inner core of whatever we do. So the biggest one I'll take out the equation. And the same with, I've got some teardrop cutters here, different sizes. I mean, whatever size suits you. Some people like big things, some people like little. So I'm going to take the biggest one out of the equation with that one. And that one. So for now, I'm interested in cutting out 2 of these and 2 of these. So I've got plenty for that. So I think what I'm going to do, I do want that crackling a little bit more both ways. And also, when I do cut them, I'm going to do it on the tile I'm using. I bet I haven't got one ready. No, I haven't, so I'm not going to be able to do it. Oh, I have. Brilliant. Okay. Okay. So it was about a minute I did in all, just to get that sort of crackle. I'm not going to burnish it because I want to leave the crackles there. I'm not sure I've got enough. I think I'd have liked more crackles going both ways. So maybe I should have used the roller. Just trying to think. I'm going to have to make do with what I've got. So if you can get it to crackle more, I think you'll get a better effect. So I just have to give this tile a quick clean as I've just used it, like most of my stuff. Bear with me. I'll do. Right, okay. So just picking this up to transfer it to the tile. And I've just managed to squash it. Okay, so for this one, I'm just going to do the 2 hearts. And I think I'm going to go for areas with more crackle because I want it to be quite a strong effect. And I'm not going to use cling wrap or anything because I don't want to squash down any texture that's there. I think the closest to that I can see anywhere else is probably here. So that's those cut out. I can probably do all of them on this sheet and then make something else with that. But yeah, I think I should do that. No, I don't want them going straight. Okay, so that there, and finally put that one there for that. Also, I am going to make a few more just for other ideas while it's here before I show you what I do next. Right, hopefully that skin will come off quite easily. The next thing you're going to need is some sort of mica. I'm using Cernit Sparkling Diamond just to get a nice effect because it's got like a gold tint to it, so it suits for this. I will be removing these off of here actually, I will actually, but I'm going to let it all cool down for a bit and we'll work on the other piece. So that is the one. No, that's not. I've used the biggest one, haven't I? There you go. I've already messed up. So I need to I'll keep them anyway because I'll use them. But I do need to cut two smaller ones to fit what we're doing. So it's a good job I had a load spare. I'll just give that a little bit of a pull to manipulate it a bit before doing it. Don't you touch that heart. You know how it sticks. So now I'll go back to the correct size. And I'm going to go there. And suppose there. Okay. Same principle applies anyway. Just means I've got an extra size. So now I've done that, I just want to add this Cernit Sparkling and just let it settle in a bit and straighten up anything that needs sorting. And then I'll put this to one side to relax and cool down because it's had a lot of manipulation, and then it'll be easier to manage next time. Not easy, but easier. So I'm trying to make sure this goes in the cracks rather than on. I'm looking to get them in. Try and pick up waste and move it along as well. So I'm going to do this with absolutely everything here in this colour. And then when I'm happy I've sort of got it as much as I can in the cracks, I am literally going to just get sellotape and just gently pull the excess off the top so it's only in the cracks. And then I'm going to put it to one side and I should be back because you won't want to watch me do all of these. Okay, so I've got the antique bronze cernit metallic and I've just rolled that out in a number 2 and I want to texture it. So whatever you want to do to texture it, I just happen to want to use lace because this is a nice thick one and I think it'll give a nice, it's romantic, isn't it, lace? So it made me sort of think, yeah, that's where I'm going. So I don't know if I've got enough here to cut it all out, but fingers crossed. Okay, so see, it does a nice effect, doesn't it? Especially on this bronze. So, hearts first. I'm trying to think. I'm going to cut that one there. These two I'm going to cut kind of following the... Oh gosh, I've done that wrong. Kind of following the pattern, not exactly how I wanted, but like that. And kind of like that. I hope I've got enough left for a heart. If not, I'll be re-rolling. Okay. And I also just want to try, I'm going to roll it out onto something slimmer though to do it. So even these here, I'm going to roll this onto, this is a 2, although it's a squashed 2, which is why I did a 2 because I knew I'd be applying a good bit of pressure. So see what 4's like. I just want to wonder what it would be like to create leaves around the top of where what I make meets. So I want 4, which I'll cut out a few extra in case I go wrong. Alright, so that's that then. So I'll put that to one side and it'll make sense now. Now, the next thing I'm going to use, it's totally up to you. You can do them straight, you don't have to bend them. But for the hearts, I want to mould them so they're rounding in. So I've got the biggest soap, they're soap makers, aren't they? Bomb things. So I've got the biggest ones I've got and I'm going to use those to cover these hearts. So just want to get this up into place and check its edges are okay, because with these metal cutters you can ever so get I've just misshapen that. I wonder if I can put it back rather than redo it. Cernit for you. Can't forget for a minute and I just did. Right, I think that might be okay. Yeah, I think I'll do the job. That just needs to come in a tiny bit. Right. Okay, so I'm going to bring back this crackled pearl we did. I don't know if you can see it. It really does look nice. Let me try zooming in and see if it looks better. Not really. Here I can see the gold in it. I've got one done somewhere when I was practicing. You might be able to, probably won't show you that either, but no, it's not showing it. But I will show you at the end where I put it down at the bottom. You can see it clearer. So for now, let's give this blade a clean. And then focusing on the hearts, just want to remove this one, decide where it's going. I don't want to pull it around too much because it will go misshapen, won't it? So if I apply it right there and come back and tidy it up. Oh, look what I've just done. See? Can I amend that? Oh no. Have a look in a minute. Focus on these hearts for now. Just got to try and get the other one off without damaging this, which I didn't want to move yet. But come on. Sorry, I'm off camera a bit, but it's the only way I can do this. I'm only taking it off the tray. Right. Take those edges off. See if I can get this one on straight to, straight-ish. I'm going to move them out of the way in a minute. I should really do one at a time. I'm terrible for this. Move that white. And you. Just lost my knife. I'll just tighten it back up. Okay, so now I want to just look at these and see how they're going to go. I did the two little white hearts as well because I thought there might be a place for them on here. I'm not sure at all. Looking at this now. I also thought of cutting out the smaller heart here, so you've got that with the white, but I kind of like leaving the pearl. I don't think I want to remove it. So I could think of a way to utilise these little white hearts, these two. I think I'm done. I was thinking about putting one to the side, just that might actually look quite nice. Shall I try it and see? This one's the crackle's sort of in a bit of an iffy place, so I'm going to have to be very careful doing this. I'll try one and see. So I'm thinking it's going to be domed in. I don't know. I'm going to leave them there for a minute. I can add them later. Right. So now I'm going to bring these in. And just want to reshape that a bit there. Right. So now I want to try and get this central in here. As central as I can. And not drop it in there. That's alright, it's a bit off centre, but it's not going to be a problem because it's about... No, it's doming wrong. Not acceptable. See if I can get it back out without distorting it. So I kind of want the top and bottom to bend, not just the top, which is how that was going. Okay, so that's roughly that one. I've just got to tidy it up before it goes in the oven. I'm not bothered about the back being shiny against the metal because I'm going to put a backing on. So that's not a problem, just in case you're wondering. Okay, so I'm happy with them. Even though they're off centre, it's still the same shape. So I'm just going to tidy those up. Then with these ones, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here with this. Where's it gone? If I push this back up, I might be able to amend it because it's going to be a pain to have to just totally redo it. That's lucky. I think I might have got away with it. See if we can shape it up right. It's a little bit wonky, isn't it? Right, let's get... I've just done that one as well. Never ever do it like that. Just got to make sure the shape's right. That's fine now. Okay, so with these ones, need to get this and do it side to side like this so you don't misshape it like I just did. And then I'm going to try and make sure I get this in the right place. Now it's the top half is where the bail will come from, so I want to try and get that central at the top and that central there. That's about right. Just got to tidy that up. And then I want to do that with this one, but I'm not happy with that shape yet. It's a little bit off centre, isn't it? I don't know if it's something I can align back in or whether I have actually got to redo it, which will be a royal pain. Just want to check it's keeping the similar shape. No, I'm going to have to redo that one. It won't take a second. I'm not happy with it. So put it back to number 2. Let's get my... I think of the way I did it. This poor lace has gone all different colours since I've been using it. It's redone. But I am going to turn it round. Get the white off this tray. And bring that in the same as the other one. Right, that'll do. Right, so that's those done to that point. Now, this is working as I go. I do this quite often, but I want to try and improve the top bit. So, first thing I'm going to do is pinch it and make sure it is in the middle. Okay, and do the same with the other one. Pinch that and make sure it's in the middle. So they're about the same. Now with these, what I want to do is I want to see if I can, once I pinch the bail, if I can actually sort of add some little nice leaves over the top rather than just have a lump there, which is currently what I've been doing. So I pinch them together. I do it a little bit more because I want a bit more of a grip than that. And then I'm just going to, you can see, can't you? I'm just going to cut down at like a 45-degree angle, like that, and the same with that one, so they're more similar. And then this is where I'm thinking, first of all, I want to, what's it, sticks, what they called, to put up there so I've got a point of exit for, because I know I'm going to want a wire to go through there. Try and make sure I got it straight. I want it facing the same way as the bottom. The same with this one. Put that through there and make sure it's straight. Okay, so that's better. So now I want to get these. I'm not sure how this is going to go. I'm just going to try and really quickly resemble a leaf. So I'll just do one. Just roughly veining. It's only small, so it's not, you could just put 2 or 3, it depends on what you like it like. Okay, so that's that one. I won't show you them all because obviously they're the same. And then you just need to go in at an angle and just round it off. I'm using the blunt side of my knife. Just do it patiently because I think the more attention to detail you do with the little things, the better it looks. There's me, who's probably going to totally mess this up now. Just want to stretch that out a little bit longer. Better. So there you go, there's one. I've got to do 6 of them. I'm going to do the others and then I should be back. Okay, so I've done the one. I've got 3 here, so I'm going to choose my favourite one for the middle and the not so good at the sides. So I'm literally just picking it up and I'm putting one each side first because I don't want it to, I'm going to try and, that's up quite high, I'm just going to try and bring that down so it just overlaps a little bit there, that's it. And then I think I'm going to go for this one, for the other side, and give that a little bend, make it a little bit more realistic. I didn't do that with the first one. So I'm just now adding that one here, which I'm going to aim to put about there. And then with this one, pick it up, give it a little bit of distortion, just sort of twist and pull the end. And I'm just going to do a little bit at the top up there because it just gives it a little shape, doesn't it? Then I need to try and get this about the same as the other earring, which I did off camera. They won't be identical, but I want it to be more or less the same. Okay, so hopefully that'll be pretty then for the earrings when get to the rest of it. So they are literally just going to be, make sure you straighten your sticks back up. And all I'm going to do now is just tidy it around the top with tools as best I can. And then these are going into the oven at the manufacturer's recommended temperature. Okay, so I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so just for the hanging bits in the middle, I mean, you can use beads, you can use whatever you like. I'm choosing to use a little gold leaf and a little pearl drop. So all I did was I've cut some 20 gauge wire in gold, although it's a bit of yellowy gold. I must get some decent stuff. So I'm just curling the end round those pliers, and then I'm just going to be adding these. So I want that to hang that way. Actually, no, I've totally forgotten something. I just tried these. What am I like? So, which way did I do it? Okay, so I put that in the back there, and then I put the pearl bead. Okay, and I hold it like that just so you can see. Okay, so the little ball's at the back, that's at the front. And I'm just going to bend this round. It'll be a bit tricky doing it over there, but I'll do my best. So I bend that round, so that's secure, and then I just want to create a little hoop for the bigger hoop. So I'm just going to cut it to what I think is about right. Cut that off. I don't know what these are called. You get them all different lengths for putting beads on. And then I'm just going to curl this round and hoop this top securely so it's not going to slip out. So I'm just going to bend that back. Take that round a bit more so it's secure, and then I know I can add this. If it's open enough, it might be. No. I have to open it a little bit. If you can see all this clearly. So I'll hoop that in there, and then I'll do that back up. And then they're ready to go into the leaf earrings when they come out. Okay, so I just got to secure that, but you can see the gist, that's just going to slip straight up where the cocktail stick was. Okay. Okay, so they're out of the oven. Let me just tell you what I've done. On these, I used a number 6 and just put a backing on using the same lace pattern. Same on the back of these, so they've all got that same backing to match the front. And on the front of these, I just thought there was something plain about them. They needed something, so I just added 3 Swarovski crystals on each. And since then, I've just rub and buffed 3 of them. So I'm just showing you quickly with the last one. Literally, I've got a sponge here where I'm trying to just use the bottom and not the side, so I can just go over the highlighted or the raised parts. Hope you can see that. And if there's areas you can't, just a little tip, I use a matchstick. So say like in there, I'll go right in there as far as I need to. Just because the sponge was the wrong shape to get in there. So I'm just going to go all the way around, just gently edge it. And then the same with the sides. Oh, I gave the sides a very rough sand because I don't want it to, I want them to, you know, they're quite organic, aren't they? I don't want sort of that, anything. It's just how I like it. It's just me. So that's them done. Oh, the back as well might help, mightn't it? The same at the back. Just make sure you've got fingers off the pearl. And then when these are done and dried, I'm just going to give them a buff to shine them up a bit. And then I'm going to resin the pearl, and then I shall be back for the last bit. Okay, so they're out. I've done the one, and I'm just going to show you how I do the other. So this is literally going to go up through there. I just make sure it's facing the right way first. so that it sits like that one. So when I've got that right, I'm just going to cut at the top here so I can do a little ring to add the finding to. So that's about where I think I want it. And then I'm just going to pull it up when I'm happy that that's in a good position. Then I know that's the position I want this to be. Okay, so I'm just going to do it my weird little way. I always end up rounding it first, then bending it back and rounding it some more because it just works for me. I just hope that's the right way for that. Yeah, and then I'm just going to get the earring hook and just add it there. I was going to leave a little chain, but I think less is more. So that's those done. I just wanted to show you that as we'd gone through the process of doing the findings, etc. And then the other ones, the hearts, all I did was I forgot to mention just before I went to put it in the oven, I just made 2 beads of each colour, 2 of the pearl and 2 of this colour. So I knew I'd have them for these earrings. And they've been resined now. So let me see if I can bring it down because I think you can see things better down there than when I lift them up. So that's those. And then they might be in sight. So I'm really pleased with them. I'll just lift them up anyway so I can just show you. Excuse my hands, are covered in just about everything. But I'm really pleased with these. I think they've got like quite a sort of romantic-y look about them. And they're not even the hearts. And then I'll pick up these hearts. I did these in a different colour wire because I wanted these to be more organic and the other ones more pretty, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's them, fronts and backs. And I hope that inspired you. Okay, thank you for watching.